Good morning, girls. And today we discuss about the institutional arrangement in India. First, we discuss about the Indian Railways. Indian Railways is the largest public utility undertakings and have below discussed consultative bodies which have been established with a view to affording more frequent opportunities for consultation between railway administration and railway users on matters relating to the service provided by railways and means of improving the efficiency of such service. Number 1. Railway Users Consultative Committee at the divisional level. Second, Zonal Railways Users Consultative Committee at the headquarters of each railways. And third, National Railway Users Consultative Council at the center. Second is Department of Post. A Philatelic Advisory Committee (PAC) functions in the Department of Post to advise the government about the issue of comparative, special postage stamps, and other allied matters of philately, including formulation of guidelines for issue of such stamps to ensure philatelic value of the stamps when issued. It is a recommendatory body. The term of each non-official member of this committee is for a period of 2 years from the date of issue of notification or until further orders, whichever is earlier. And third, telephone services, also known as the Dur Sanchar Vibhag in India. Telephone advisory committee are set up for giving the public confidence that their grievances are properly represented and redressed, educate public, bring awareness among telephone consumers about the various services provided by BSNL and MTNL. And next is the Air Corporation. An advisory committee was set up in the Air Corporation of India. The basic functions of advisory committee in India are making provision for air travelers, improving services and facilities which is provided by the corporation, constructing timetable of air services, improving the existing projects, opening new stations, and further dealing with any matter on public governance. And last is MOUs. A Memorandum of Understanding is an agreement between two or more parties outlined in formal documents, and it is not legally binding but signals the willingness of the parties to move forward with a contract. Now, okay, girls.